Camry, it does not look good enough or cool enough. So I want to make it better. I should first start by saying this car's name is Fred. I don't know, I guess when I got it, just looked at the face, looked like a Fred. I'm very not mechanically inclined, so this will be a learning process. I took some inspiration from the latest Batman, the Batmobile, drew up this concept. I would like a cooler car, and honestly I might not even follow through with the whole Camry thing. I might just get like a Charger. For the time being, I sketched up a whole plan for what I want to do with this one if the Charger doesn't work, which I'd be totally fine with. This car has been very good to me. I think he would deserve some TLC. Nice. So I drew up that concept mainly because I've had this recent obsession of needing a track car, or at least a car that could like really handle the corners that I want to, and that one that I could take to track days and not be concerned about being too slow. So I drew up that concept in the hopes that it would motivate me to follow that build through, and it really did help give myself a vision of what I wanted. Right now as I'm driving, this thing is kind of like a boat. It would definitely need new sway bars, a whole new suspension setup, because even last time when I was looking at it, it needs new bushings, so probably a full suspension rework, which would not be cheap. I mean, none of this would be cheap, but it's good to note. So the stuff I've got on here so far is a couple years ago I spray painted the hubcaps and the mirror housings kind of like a satin black, and then I got 5% tint on the back 3 windows and 50% on the front. Just recently it was announced that you can go darker, so I'll definitely be going darker with the front 2 windows, no matter what my plans are. The minimum I would have to do to this car is make it look a bit better. The paint is terrible. The headlights are super yellow. I mean, I guess the main thing is it's got a blown head gasket. So right now I have a temporary fix, which is head gasket sealer. Obviously not ideal, so I would have to take apart that whole thing, which would be very, very difficult for me, especially in my lack of knowledge. That would be a learning experience for me, but I do really want the experience of, you know, taking apart an engine. I mean, obviously I'll do my research beforehand, but the only concern I would have about that is having the right tools, as well as the suspension. I don't have anything to take out the bushings. I guess I would have to take the head to some kind of machine shop, which I would be fine with doing. I just hope it's not warped or anything. Like, obviously, if it is, then I'll just buy a new one. But like, if I had the choice, I'd rather not replace the whole head. I got this app that's they don't deserve a shout out because of how many freaking ads they put. It rhymes with bar mechanic bimulator. It's very thorough. Like, the amount of parts that you can take off of cars. Maybe I'll put like a screen recording of a bit of the gameplay, but there's a lot of stuff, and I've been gaining more confidence in the knowledge needed to know how to disassemble stuff like that. One thing that I do not know yet is how to take apart an engine without messing with the timing, which obviously I do not want to mess up. If I did a full performance build on this car, I would want to swap the engine for one of the V6s, because apparently, like, they're not fast by any means, but they're much quicker than the 4 cylinders. And I'd also do a transmission swap because I have an automatic in here right now. I guess I've already crunched some numbers. Full track performance build, that would cost about $8,000 for this car, and that's like crazy safe bet. Like, if I were to start doing this, I would at least have $8,000 to spend on it. If I'm being realistic, everything replaced, it would probably only run me back like $4,500 or $5,000, which is a lot to invest in a Toyota. But when everything's said and done, this thing will be a track weapon, and I will have a lot of fun with it. And I guess, like, just the sentimental value of this thing. I mean, it was my first car, so like, I'd like to keep it, and I'm really comfortable driving it. I don't think I'd be as comfortable driving a Dodge because of, you know, how huge they feel, how easy it is to lose control if you add too much power and, you know, floor it out of a corner. Obviously, I'd be smarter than that, but yeah. For the charger, I'd have to have like 13,000, maybe more, maybe like 15 grand if I wanted like a good low mileage one. Unfortunately, in this area, like, you won't find a V8 charger for less than what, 20 grand. So I might have to settle for a V6. That's okay. I'll just keep it quiet. I'd rather have a roaring V8. But I can settle for a quiet V6. Driving back. Shoot, where'd I put my key? Wait, actually, like, where did I put my key? Oh, I found it. Obviously, I have to go out during the summer and work and save up to have the budget for either... I'm still recording. To have the budget for either of these cars. So my plans will be the same for the summer no matter what, but once I get back, that's when I'll really decide in which one to fully invest in. This will be a whole series of what I decide on. I'm not gonna upload until like I've probably sold the whatever car I go with modifying. I don't know, I'm paranoid with the risk of someone seeing me follow me home. I've heard too many horror stories about, you know, YouTubers and car YouTubers especially. I'm not like high profile enough that someone will follow me around, but we'll get to that when I get there. Eventually I'll know. Subscribe if you don't want to miss an upload. I will be posting these, I think, once a week once I start going. I won't post this one until I have more to start posting, so I can do once a week. So yeah, next week will be the next one. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.